better than Ross Lawford. He is a photographer and a naturalist, and he keeps an eye on the wildlife. And
is that ours?
Yeah.
Mammal in particular. So a few weeks ago, I came up here. I met him at this very spot to find out more.
You can see now.
Yeah.
So it's a nice bit of river. You know, looking at it now, a lot of vegetation on both sides. And how many otters are you monitoring along here then?
I think in about an 8-mile stretch, maybe up to 12 different otters. It took me 3 years to see it.
Can we get off that?
Well, I am watching it. I was about to go on that sort of thing. Are you happy that your brother?
It's good, isn't it?
Ross uses his trail cameras to check and track the otter population. He wants to show me some of
What's
the
that?
behaviour he's captured.
Connie being silly.
Oh wow, look at that.
So this is a mum. She's come in, she's sort of scent marking this kind of area, and the cubs are up in the den, so she's just trying to enjoy a little bit of peace and quiet before going in. She did this a lot. She did this for kind of like half an hour almost every day when she would come back from fishing until they know she's there, and then they'll run out and bite her tail.
Yeah.
It's like they thought her tail was a fish for about a week. They were just chewing it.
So I suppose you get to know these as individuals, know their different behaviour and
Ooh,
everything.
are you going to show this to Grandad?
This is kind of like the beautiful insight.
He's seen it already because it was on
that I
earlier.
had in the past. This is like, and this is what I like. This is, you know, I'm asleep at this point. This is probably 2 in the morning, and I get to film that kind of like the unique behaviour of what goes on when you're not there. So it's completely natural footage.
You've recorded hundreds of hours of fascinating stuff. What's the most interesting thing you've seen?
The most interesting thing at the moment is a relationship between 2 females who might be mother and daughter or 2 sisters that have been having cubs roughly at the same time, but they're sharing the kind of whole system. And that's just fascinating to try and see if this is an urban thing or if it's because there's more habitat, more food, so they can have that. But there doesn't seem to be any aggression. Like I've seen otters in other places and you tend to have an instant aggression. This is my area, especially when cubs are involved, they're quite vulnerable at that age. And it's sort of get out, get out, get out.
Talking to you here now, your passion for otters and your passion for wildlife really comes over. Where does
Well,
that come from?
what was
It comes
this?
from kind of a dark place where I
Was this
developed
today?
after I had mental health issues, and nature was like the friend who took your hand type thing, where I used to stare out the window at blue tits and robins and thrushes, and I went down the river. That was like my sanctuary, like my place, and I remember seeing it was in autumn, I think it was, and I saw a kingfisher die and actually videoed it. It was a really poor video, but it was that moment kind of sparked it all off, that kind of being out in nature, like, you know, nature's this beautiful sort of thing. It's always been a beautiful friendship to me, and that's kind of like led me to where I am now. I don't know what I'd do without nature, to be honest.
He's a top man. He really is very inspirational individual. And you might have heard him there mention the fact that they had 2 females sharing a holt here. Well, it's not something I'd ever seen. It's not something I'd ever heard of. So they got in touch with the International Otter Survival Fund, and they came back and said that has never been recorded in the whole of Scotland before, which is
that in
remarkable.
Scotland?
But
Yeah.
why here? Why that holt? Well, it's likely to be several reasons. First of all, it's a natal holt. It's where the otters go to give birth to their young. It's a large holt as well. It's surprisingly big. It's also very high above the level of water, so the winter floods don't affect it at all. And crucially, close by, it's got a big pool that's full of fish. So really, it's got everything an otter needs. It's got safety, it's got size, plenty of room, and it's got food availability in there as well. And it just once again goes to highlight the quality of the urban habitats here in Edinburgh. Now, David Gray is world renowned as a singer-songwriter, but did you know that he's patron of Curlew Action, a charity that works hard to protect this declining wader? David Gray reckons there's not a song anywhere that gets anywhere near the song of a curlew, and he's very keen to protect this bird.